In the 1970s, Halloween in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin was a joyful occasion. However, everything changed after a neighbor killed a 9-year-old girl named Lisa Ann French as she was trick-or-treating in 1973. Lisa dressed up in her Halloween costume and set out to collect candy like any other child. Unfortunately, her night took a dark turn when she innocently approached her neighbor's home and uttered the words, "Trick or treat." Lisa was a member of the Girl Scouts and a 4th grader at Chegwin Elementary School when she passed away. Gerald Miles Turner Jr. and his ex-girlfriend, Arlene Penn, were good friends and neighbors of the French family, who lived just a half a block from her killer. The two had a child together, and Lisa would frequently visit them so she could see the baby. Gerald had no offenses against him before Lisa passed away. However, the allegation that he had assaulted his 15-year-old babysitter did not surface until after Lisa's death. Around 5:45 p.m. on Halloween night, Lisa, dressed as a hobo, leaving her house with a black felt hat, a green parka, blue masking tape covered her trousers, and had drawn freckles on her cheeks. She had planned to go trick-or-treating with her friend Ann Parker, but because of her past behavior, she was grounded from leaving that evening. Before going to Gerald's house for candy, Lisa made stops at the homes of another friend and one of her teachers. She happily approached Gerald at his door with her candy bag open, her smile brightening as he put the sweets in her Halloween bag. Gerald alleges that as soon as he saw her, he was excited. He immediately struck up a conversation about candy. Gerald convinced her to enter his home by promising her more goodies. He led her into his bedroom, where he attacked her. When Arlene was questioned, she stated that she had arrived at her house at 7 p.m. and that Gerald had been wearing a robe and was complaining about feeling sick. They had a bathroom attached to their bedroom, where he allegedly dumped her body after making several trips there to lie down. Gerald alleged that after Arlene left the house once more around 8 o'clock to see her mother, he packed Lisa's clothes and body into separate bags, drove Lisa's body to Taycheedah, Wisconsin, and dumped the bags in a field. He covered his hands with socks to avoid leaving fingerprints and cleaned Lisa's shoes and jacket zipper to leave no trace of his actions. Lisa's mother started to worry about her when she did not arrive home at the scheduled time of 7 p.m. A search crew was already out looking for her by the time 10 p.m. arrived. Over 5,000 volunteers, police officers, Girl Scouts, and members of the U.S. National Guard participated in the county-wide intensive search. 4 days of searching later, on November the 3rd at about 11:30 a.m., a farmer by the name of Gerald Braun found 2 brown plastic bags concealed behind a wire fence. They held Lisa's costume for Halloween as well as her bare body. Although Lisa's autopsy revealed that she had died from asphyxiation, a pathologist also noted that given the trauma she had experienced, Lisa might have also passed away from circulatory shock. There was a $10,000 reward offered for finding Lisa's murderer. Gerald Turner had been a suspect from the beginning, but it took 9 months of interrogation and testing before he ultimately confessed on August the 8th, 1974. a confession he would later retract. Police required him to take a polygraph test over those 9 months, which came back with inconclusive results. His body hair and fibers from his bedding were also taken by the police, and his hair was a perfect match from Lisa's body and costume. According to his confession, he put his head over her chest after noticing she had stopped breathing and could still hear her heart beating. When his girlfriend's car pulled up to the house, he had to give up trying to revive her. Gerald was charged with and found guilty of second-degree murder, perversion, and enticing a child for immoral purposes on February the 4th, 1975. Turner was given a prison term of 38 years and 6 months. Since then, he has been released twice, once for good conduct in jail and once due to a technicality with the release date. After hundreds of explicit photographs were discovered on a computer in the bedroom of his Madison halfway house, he was sent back to prison for an additional 15 years in 2003. Turner is being detained at Boston's Sand Ridge Secure Treatment Center. The Halloween killer wants to be released from state imprisonment. Turner's parole request was previously denied in 2022, but a fresh trial to decide whether or not he can safely be released back into the community has been scheduled for April 2024. Halloween in Fond du Lac today is not the same as it was in 1973. Since the Halloween murder of Lisa Ann French, trick-or-treating is only permitted during predetermined hours and never after dark. Lisa's mother, Mary Ann, has fought for years to keep this monster locked up. Let us pray that he remains behind bars and give this family the justice they deserve. Tell me, what are your thoughts?